are, guys. We're out here on a balmy, almost summer day in October on the Rafter Cay, and I got my fall turkey tag. We're gonna go up here and see if we could get one off the ground with the old traditional bow with the old Mongol here. A shed. Yeah, not the kind of shed you guys are thinking about, huh? See? That's about a 140, 150. Alright, so we heard him coming across here. Heard hands come across. I'm not too concerned because this is the same area that I deer hunt. And this is the Rafter Cay. If you look across here, you can see this one drainage. That drainage right there is the main drainage I love on that Rafter Cay. But as you see, the birds will come up and use this old road. And they crossed in front of us. We got in a little bit late, got in behind them. I think they went off to their roost. We're gonna go down. Maybe there's some out of the big group that's coming up yet. We heard them come across. We heard them yelping as they came across. But we'll definitely get one this fall for sure. I mean, there's a lot of birds in here. Problem is, the deer season starts up here pretty quick. So right now, I'm really after that in between time of trying to get a deer. So we'll see if we can catch something down below. Guys, so we're back here at the shooting shack, and I swore to myself I'm not going to shoot one out of the shooting shack this year. I'll let some other guys do that. We've shot I don't know how many turkeys out of here, but I'm trying to get one on the ground, and I was going to give you a few fall turkey tips. You know, the gobblers will still gobble in the fall, but there's not that many gobbling, and they definitely don't come to the calls like they do in the spring. But you still should carry a call with you, and I like these the slates and a quiet slate. This is a little bit muffled down. This is the close slate. Wade makes one that's heavier and louder, and this one's a little bit more muffled and closer and softer sound. And so what I'm doing is the reason I like these is because you'll get the hens to answer you, and if you look across here, I mean, there's a lot of ground to cover, and so if you want these hens to answer you, they will. They'll answer you with a small slate call. So I like to run a lot of little purrs. There's a lot of babies. You know, the ones. What is that? Something fell out of the tree, about got chased. Anyhow, there's a bunch of the little guys running around, and they still haven't got their vocal cords really going as well as the older ones. You know, once you come into spring, every one of them's got a good vocal cord. But where I'm standing right now, this is one of their favorite little paths to come by the shooting shack, is right across here, and then of course there's a couple more. This is the crossing. This is the good spot. So what I like to do is give them and I like to give them a little few purrs. They do a lot of that. And you sound like those young birds. And a lot of times the lead hen will answer you, and she'll let you know, hey, we're over here. She thinks she's lost somebody back there. And the toms will too. The toms will be pretty much running on their own. They run in big packs, and you'll just run into them out here. A lot of hens though, and during our fall turkey season, we really need to shoot more hens up here because it gets really hard to call the toms when you got 70 hens. So, and you get that many hens together, and you're going to have some problems with, you know, the turkey populations getting diseases and things like that. So we're trying to really do some management stuff here, and I really want to shoot a bearded hen is what I'm after. So, and I want to do it from the ground. But that's one of the tips is make your calling small and sound like that spraying bird that, you know, is falling behind. And once he's fallen behind, you know, that'll that lead hen will give him some real yelps. So that's just one of the tips. Just light, small, muffled. You know, this is the close in sweet pot. That's what you want. And then the next tip I have, and this is for all turkey hunting, and some of you hardcore traditional guys are going to hate me for this, but it's a great tip. I don't know if you guys have ever have ever turkey hunted with your traditional bows or shot a turkey before, but the area on a turkey to kill one is about that big. So if you're shooting at about 20 yards, and that, you know, that's a good shot at 20 yards, but turkeys don't stop and look at you and do things like, they always seem to be constantly moving. The only time you can really get them to stop is big toms in the spring, when you get them up in front of a decoy or that they're getting ready to do something. And then they're a little bit easier to get stopped. But these guys, man, especially in the fall, they're always moving. So you want to lessen. You want to be able, you know, you got to be able to hit pretty well. So keep your shots close, as close as you can. But another thing that'll help you is if you shoot one of these, and that's an expandable broadhead. And I know everybody out here is going, oh, I hate expandable broadheads. But for turkeys in Oregon, there's two reasons I shoot these. First of all, you have I think it's a 2-inch cutting diameter with this thing. So what that means is this thing will open up that far. So now you could be off by this much and still grab a heart, and that turkey will not fly off with your arrow. Turkeys are tough birds. They're tough things to kill. The second reason is it impedes penetration. That's why I would never shoot one of these in a the studies have shown that a lot of these break, and the worst thing for a broadhead to do to impede penetration is to break or bend on its entry. So but on a turkey, that's what you want. You want that arrow to stay in it. Say you didn't hit vital real quick, and or you hit liver or something like that. You want to slow that turkey down so you could get another arrow in it. They could fly, unlike elk, you know. So and they're really hard to blood trail, so you want your arrow to stay in it. So if you can't bring yourself to use an expandable, and I don't blame you guys, but if you can't bring yourself to use an expandable, use a big wide broadhead and put something on the back to catch it. So Zwickey makes those little they look like the judo point tips. Put one of those on the back behind the broadhead, and it'll impede the penetration on the bird, so you don't just shoot right through them. And so that's the second tip I have for especially fall turkeys, because they're moving so much. And then again, I know this area really well out here, but if I didn't, I would and I know where the turkeys go through here, but the reason I did is because I looked at it. So one of the big things is, and you're hunting, you know, even if you're hunting private land, get your Hunt on X and find the spot. And if you look here, if you pan across here, you'll see this is where every animal comes through here. This is the meeting spot. And Hunt on X will show those to you. So Hunt on X will show all this to you. You can just look at the topography, and if the topography doesn't work, then just go to satellite. It's crazy, man. I tell you, the new Hunt on X works really well. So that's another tip that I have for fall turkeys. But fall turkey hunting is a good time to get out here, and it's in between elk season and late deer season, which is the only time I really bow hunt deer, but it's in between that time. It opens, I think, October 7th. So if you're, there's no reason for you to sit at home, especially in Oregon. There's no reason. You could shoot 2 of them in Oregon. So get out here, you know, keep your lungs going from elk season, and get after these turkeys. Hey guys, we got in a little bit behind them. They moved out in front of us. I heard them going away, but we got a goal this year. We're going to try to get one of these bearded hens on the ground. So I'm not going to shoot them out of the shooting shack up there. So if you keep up and subscribe, the subscribe button should be right down here, and watch us as we try to do this. I don't know if you guys have ever hunted turkeys on the ground with a bow before. It's not easy. So please subscribe, follow us, and we're gonna do this until we get one, or until deer season starts. Also, we have a Instagram page. It's called Barebow Hunters. Go over there, follow us. There's all sorts of cool stuff on it. We also have Barebow Hunter group on Facebook, so go in there. We're coming up on our 10,000 membership, and when we do, we're going to give away this huge prize package. Bunch of people just gave away a bunch of stuff for you guys, so come over there, check that out. Also, we couldn't do it if it wasn't for being able to hunt here on the Rafter K, so give them a like on Instagram as well, the Rafter K. All right, till next time.